Good evening and welcome to Warhammer Wednesdays. I am Jim, your games master, returning after a long layoff. And this is the Ballad of Gurta von Bogenburg, a fresh campaign on Wednesday night in the old world. And these are my band of players who I'm sure you've never met before. We'll start with Aaron.
Oi now. I'm Aaron, but I'm playing Giacomo Stragone. You may remember me. I made a brief appearance a while back in Attilian city hunting down a pirate named Dagger Ogwald. The bastard had enslaved me after killing me true crew on the Sea Feather. Didn't get to him before he died, but I've got his shellacked and petrified eyes and his tricorn hat to remember him by. Well, I was making do as a grave robber and a ne'er-do-well on the streets until I ran across the Van Gessel brothers, one of them being a witch hunter. Well, I saw that costume and he saw me and I made a run for it, and as I scampered away, that warrior priest of Sigmar put a hammer down on me and I said, "Whoa now, gents, I'm no witch." And for the once in my life, a witch hunter agreed with me, but he said, "You know, boy, somebody with your talents, the next witch hunter come along, might very well string you up or put you to the flame. Of course, you could just work for me and my retinue and helping me put down cultists and witches and the like." And I said to myself, well, Giacomo, you may not yet be a famous treasure hunter, but it's better to be alive and working for a witch hunter than dead and hanging from a yard arm. So I said, well, all right. And I left Tilia with him, leaving behind the beautiful sea to travel the roads of the empire with these mad noble brothers. That is me, Giacomo Stragone.
Okay, thank you. And we will go to Dan P next.
Suspense. Well, my introduction will not nearly be as flary and wonderful as Aaron's was. Hi, I'm Dan, and tonight I am playing Dietrich von Gessel, one of the 3 von Gessel brothers you see before us this evening. I am the warrior priest of Sigmar, so you'll hear a lot of yelling for Sigmar and for the Empire and bits and pieces of that. However, the von Gessel brothers, especially myself and one of my brothers, who's also going to introduce himself shortly, we're fairly pragmatic in our followings of Sigmar, and we don't just go around burning innocent people. We like to establish guilt before we burn them, unless, of course, they turn to be Chaos Warriors or something like that, and then we just smack them with a hammer and then burn them. But yes, that's me, Dietrich von Gessel.
Okay, but we'll go to the older brother now with the other Dan.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Other Dan, and I will be playing Lorenzo von Gessel tonight. He is the second son of the von Gessel line of succession, if that's the right term. Lorenzo von Gessel is very much a believer of the Empire, and believes in the vestiges of the Emperor and Sigmar and all that sort of stuff. He had recently been in Tilia himself. News does not travel fast in the old world, even less so when correspondent travels abroad. It was several months after the death of his father before Lorenzo von Gessel, second born of the von Gessel line, received that fatal news. Lorenzo had been studying fencing at the famous Collegio Strosso in Tilia. He'd been sent to Tilia by his father following a heated argument over an illicit love affair, whose has yet to remain unknown. As it would turn out, it would be their very last conversation. After hearing the news, Lorenzo returned to his family estate as quickly as sail and horse could take him. He was greeted by his eldest brother and heir to the von Gessel line, and had been informed that his mother had already married Lord Custarian from a neighbouring estate, that she had moved there with her new husband, her newly born daughter and stepson. Though the von Gessel title and estates are secure in our eldest brother's name, that eldest brother remains unmarried and without an heir, leaving the von Gessel inheritors vulnerable. So we as a family must bring more honor and glory upon our name. So it's better to establish ourselves within the empire and to make sure that we do not dwindle into the night if anything bad was to happen to our eldest brother.
Cool. And we shall move on to Roger next.
Hi, I'm Roger, and I'm playing Owen von Gessel, who is the fourth-born son, twin of the third-born, being Dietrich. Like Dietrich, who was sent off to the Church of Sigmar as a child to serve the church in, as is dictated by family tradition. But his skills sent him towards the Order of the Silver Hammer, which are also known as the Templars of Sigmar, i.e. the witch hunters. But again, like his brother, he's a very pragmatic man, rather than just randomly going, "You there, you look a bit funny. Witch, burn him!" He likes to, again, establish guilt first, which is how he kind of came into contact with our other two people that are joining us, rather than being brothers. But they're useful people to know in the pursuit of true witches that threaten this great land we call the Empire. We fight for Sigmar, for our father, and for the Emperor.
Cool. And last but not least, Stewie.
Stewie. You should put that on my title there. Yeah. Hi, I'm Stu, or Stewie, depending on how friendly you are. And I am playing Galen Serdian Uthkirian, or Ravenhair. And as you can guess by the long and toothy name, he is an elf, a high elf, and a near-death experience basically brought him visions of the crone, or Morai Heg, which is the elven goddess, if you like, of death and fate. And he had great images of the spindle that Morai Heg uses to make the threads of fate of all creatures. And when he awoke from his coma, he found that he could then manipulate the Sheesh winds, winds related to death, of course. So he believes that this is a gift from Morai Heg, and took to becoming a crone herald, if you like, or a priest of her persuasion. This, of course, meant that many of his brethren and his other high elf friends decided that he was, well, maybe dabbling in the wrong thing, potentially. So they shunned him, and he left his elven community to find greater things. Eventually, paths crossed with three brothers who were cleaning up a few graveyards in the local area, and being the person he was, Galen joined them to try and clean and help them clean these graveyards, and then asked to join as a more permanent advisor in the ways of the restless dead. Never?
Okay.
Say, didn't I? I have a crow that likes to sit on my shoulder.
Is that a crow or a crone?
No, not a crow. No, like an old lady sat on my shoulder. No.
You see, you've already missed there. Yeah.
It's just a pigeon he painted black.
Such
It
an
would have been
opportunity.
funnier, I guess. Yeah, that's true. But yeah, it is just
A pigeon dipped in pitch. Yeah. Okay. So to give you a bit of background to what's going on. So I play a group, but mainly through the family of von Gessel. I've said that correctly, yeah? I've been invited to the wedding of a particular young lady called Gurta von Bogenburg, who is the youngest daughter of she is the youngest daughter of excuse me, I've got new glasses and they're very focal, so I'm getting used to them. Volgar von Bogenburg, who is the youngest brother of Archduke Adelbert von Bogenburg, who sits on the Council of Altdorf, who is a particularly important man. If anything happened to the Emperor, the Archduke would run things. He'd be the main person on the council. So he's a particularly important man. But there's always been a little bit of friction between the eldest brother and the youngest brother. And it's Gurta's time to come and get wed. Gurta has been, she's been offered out many times, but has always fell unlucky to be wed. But eventually a husband has been found. And all friends and family of the von Bogenbergs have been summoned to Castle Sternspire, yes, where the wedding will take place. So we start as our players. Now, before we actually start, I do need to go through something. Dan, elder brother Dan, you've got some staff, haven't you?
I have 4 staff, a manservant, and 3 personal servants.
Okay, and do you have any form of transport?
I have a horse.
You have a horse?
Yeah, I opted not to go for a carriage.
Okay. Okay, well, okay, you don't own a carriage, but you've borrowed one from your older brother, and you're travelling there with that. The rest of you, if you want to travel in the carriage or travel on your own means, is perfectly up to you, but you're all travelling together. So what are your staff in general? Are you going to have any sort of, are they just manservants or cooks or?
Lorenzo is kind of getting used to having servants again. Having recently returned back to the old world, he has not had use for servants. What with being at a fencing school where they were, self-reliance and didn't really want you to have manservants. But I imagine there would be the manservant who would do all the manservanty things. Maybe a cook. I don't know. Lorenzo doesn't know what to do with them.
Okay. Well, we can develop them as we go along, I'm sure. Between myself and you, we can come up with some interesting ideas for names and personalities and what they can do. Yes, it is once said that, in fact, that Dan's character was romantically involved with Gurta von Bogenburg, and was due to romance her and maybe become a beloved. What really happened was they were set up, and our oldest noble, he met her for the first time and was horrified with what was in front of him, and he basically did all in his power to stop anything happening, but did it in a subtle way, in a way that she never really knew his feelings. So she's always sort of kept in touch by pigeon mail, and she sends him the odd romantic note, like once a week, and she's got a bit of a soft spot for him. But lately the notes have got more frequent when the wedding was announced, but it was insisted by your family that you was to attend. You are very worried about this, and you definitely know that well, never in a million years, Dan. But yeah, Vincenzo definitely has no interest in this young lady whatsoever. Okay. But what you do know is that when you were sort of seeing her, or, meeting with her, shall we say, you had a couple of visits from some henchmen, rather burly bodyguards, sort of come menacing fighter types. And they came under the name of the Archduke, who has a rather soft spot for his niece. In fact, many say he has a romantic soft spot for his niece. Okay. But anyway, that's what's been happening. And this is what's bigger. So you're on the road towards Castle Sturmspire, which is in the Blood Pine Woods, south of Altdorf. And you're traveling, it's wet, it's raining, it's dark, it's muddy, and you're getting quite close. You have arranged to stay at a local sort of inn that's called the Comet and Star. That's not far away from Castle Sturmspire, where you can get your shit together before you do the final leg and get to meet all these people that you've never liked, you don't like, you never will, you never have, and watch this thing that you've been made to go to. So yes, you're on the way to the Coach and Star. Over to you guys. Raining hard.
So what exactly happens in the human ceremony of marriage?
Oh, I'm here to tell you, my friend. I don't actually know. I've never really met anybody who is truly married. I don't really, my mother passed long before I was old enough to remember, and I was on ship most of my time. I believe, my understanding is, and if I look closely into the petrified eyes of dear Captain Ogwald here, I believe I see back in his past perhaps a wedding or two that he attended. But I think what I understand is, of course, that the woman takes control of the man, and she drives him like a puppet for the rest of his life until he dies, happily releasing his soul to the Gardens of Moor. This is what I've heard. I do not know.
Seems like a strange ceremony.
The whole idea of it has terrified me since I was a child.
Dietrich, you must have performed a wedding ceremony or two.
I'm a warrior priest of Sigmar. I don't minister to settlements nor to weddings. They are dreadful affairs, in my opinion. All gaudy, and especially political marriages are far beneath me. But I mean, what Giacomi says could be considered true to a point, I guess, from many people's views.
I'm sure many men would agree.
Father von Gessel, that's Giacomo Stragon. Not Giacomo. Giacomo.
I really should.
We've had this conversation. But I apologize, my lord. I do not. You may call me anything you like, of course. Just please do not burn me.
No, he's the one that burns you. I eat you with a hammer.
Please do not have your brother burn me either.
Excellent. Around.
Okay, so as you're talking, you go around the corner, and one of the drivers hails, we need to stop. There's an overturned cart.
This always bodes well.
Yes,
I suggest
indeed.
Ambush.
I agree.
Let me out first.
I am sure my lords can handle anything.
After you, my brother.
And the carriage kind of rocks as this hulking grey, sort of 6'2", broad, plated warrior priest of Sigmar sort of works his way out of the carriage and lands
If
boots
anything,
in mud,
let's hope that puts them off a bit.
hammer in hand.
Think they may be in for a shock. I'll say, kind of adjusting my hat, my big wide-brimmed witch hunter's hat, and stepping down, following my brother.
I will investigate the overturned cart.
Okay, as you approach it, you feel akin to it, and as you've heard of this on many occasions, but you've never actually seen it. This is the famous traveling shrine to Sigmar, yeah, that is overlooked by Father Tigel Halfface. Okay, a particular devout priest who travels the land with his cart, which has got this big shrine on the back of, and his mule cum pony, yeah, and he travels around the old world spreading the word of Sigmar. And it's been tipped over, and you've seen pictures of this before, and the centerpiece of the shrine is normally this big silver twin-tailed comet that sits on top of this sort of mountain sort of model in the middle of the shrine, and it's missing. And you notice a rather large gentleman with a bald head, and he's got a beard that goes halfway, and then you can tell he's got some terrible burns down to the side of his face. So his beard finishes sort of like halfway, and he lies unconscious on the floor.
I shall venture over to him as quickly as possible to see if he still lives.
He is breathing very shallowly, but he's breathing.
While he's doing that, I shall be watching the tree line, basically.
Okay.
Is he injured, brother?
I would say from the burns on his face, yes.
I believe those would be from before.
Oh. Yes, perhaps.
He's after all called Tigel Halfface.
I mean, that would stand to reason that the birds are whisper, priest. And I nudge him.
Brother.
Brother? You find yourself in an odd situation.
They took the comet. They took it. And they cheap-shotted me. They took me from behind.
That is very unfortunate. Do you not travel with companions?
No. Sigmar protects me. Why would I travel with companions?
In true, makes the residual of the twin-tail comet. Indeed, Sigmar does protect, but even then it is good to have allies.
It is indeed. Well, Sigmar is obviously acting in a way to protect me now. He has sent me you, brother. Your name is?
I'm Dietrich von Gessel.
Dietrich. Yeah, brother Dietrich. We should find this comet. It cannot be far.
Who took it?
Some highwayman, he called himself. He had two pistols. I couldn't really see his face in the dark. He called himself Amos Gunn.
Amos Gunn. Not a name I'm familiar with.
Yeah, and he travelled with quite a short fellow. Yeah, who was called Pick Turnip.
How short?
A small child.
A halfling, most likely, brother.
Was he rather rotund?
Rotund, you mean fat?
Indeed. The child, I mean, or halfling.
It's not good to feed a child until he gets fat.
Did he smell of garlic?
I didn't get that close to him. Someone hit me from behind.
Hmm.
All my defenses was front. I never defend from the rear.
Enemies surround us all.
Indeed. Sigmar protects my rear.
And a very heavy bum flap, I should imagine.
Pardon?
Sorry, I'm just whimsical. And I'll walk off before he hits me.
Did this highwayman touch anything other than the comet while he was here?
I don't know. I had a small chest of donations. It appears that's gone as well. They've took Sigmar's gift.
We will find those responsible. And I'm going to call back to our coach, Giacomo.
Oh, yes, my lord.
Come here.
Absolutely, at your service, as always. Your wish is my command.
Oh, yeah, turn out, Giacomo, and do the job.
What is it that I can do for you, my lord?
Our highwayman has stolen artifacts and donations from this carriage. See if there's anything you can determine from it to see who it was or where they may have gone.
Oh, this is such terrible news. Who would steal from such a horribly disfigured man on the side of the road? Tisk, I tell you. Well, I will be honest with you, my lord. It's so difficult. I will look around, but without something that the bandits have a close personal association with that were left behind, it will be very difficult to make any kind of determination of who they are or where they may have gone. I can look at the site, of course, but I don't know what I'm going to tell you from that.
Is there anything around that perhaps, like clothes or anything that might have torn or anything like that?
I threw one of my hammers, and I believe I hit something over there.
Ah, excellent. Well, now we have perhaps we have a chance. I will go see if I can find this hammer and see what it is about. So he actually is pretty good with outdoor survival. So, I mean, he might be able to actually find the hammer. I don't know.
I'll go with him as well.
Okay. You get close to a body that's lying motionless on the floor, and it looks like the hammer caught him straight in the face. But the body has cloven feet and legs, and the head has all horns. A large crooked axe lies next to it. And for those of you who have ever read or ever met them, it looks like a beast man.
Is it definitely dead?
It's not moving.
Okay, I'm going to stick my sword through the back of its neck just in case.
Okay, it gurgles and stiffens and then relaxes.
Well, my lord, that was well thought out there. So excellent shot there to the back of the neck.
Perhaps there is something you can determine from this beast.
I can try, my lord. Now remember, I do not like to touch the chaos too much, but I will try. Now, it may take a little bit out of me. As long as you are here and your brother is here to bless me and oversee me and, make sure none of this horrible corruption gets upon me like...
Is there anything on the beastman that doesn't look like it would belong to the beastman?
Make me a perception check, please.
Wow.
4 success levels.
Oof.
Not too bad.
It's got a bit of a leather jerkin on. And with pockets, so you search a lot of gunk in them. But there is a small note in there, and it's written on there, we meet by the Comet and Star, and we will meet him in there later the night. Yours, a gun.
Oh, so a note from our highwayman. Is that it, my lord?
Possibly.
Perhaps, if you allow me, and I can take the note, I can attempt to see more about what this is about. I can use my scrying to try to infer, to use psychometry to understand more about the situation. But you know how tired it makes you. You may have to carry me back to the carriage after I am done.
Perhaps it would be best to do this within the carriage. We do not wish the note to be damaged. It is evidence.
Oh, my lord, again, you are thinking so... No wonder you are noble, and I am but the peasant.
Is the hammer there, by the way, with the beastman?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, I will pick up the hammer.
It is,
And then-
it is quite a nice thing, and it's quite well balanced. Yeah, it's like some form of throwing hammer.
To be honest, I'm not going to probably pay it that much heed. I'm just going to return it to the owner after we get back to the carriage.
I'm going to say a quick prayer over the dead body to try and alleviate any chance of it being brought back to back to life.
Do not waste your blessings on such filth.
It's not a blessing. It's a prayer so that it doesn't come back to life.
Well, I hope not.
You can
exactly.
also see to that by burning it.
Well,
It's rather damp out, brother.
you could burn it.
Worry not, brother, for we are priest and silver hammer of Sigma, are we not? If we can't burning in a little rain, how good are we?
I'm gonna basically, after we get back to the carriage, I'm gonna leave the note with Giacomo and then wander back towards the overturned carriage.
So you see Giacomo, he takes out the petrified eyes of Dagger Ogwald, and he's staring at them and staring at the note. He's like, "Oh, do you see, Ogwald? All that I see that you will never see because you're a traitorous bastard and you deserve the death that you had. Now continue to watch my life. Watch me as I do the work for these lords." And then he cups the eyes against the note and he drops into his scryer's trance, and he attempts to scry information from the note. So that's a psychometry test. Challenging. And I fail miserably. Ah, my lord, I know how to tell you, my lord. There's nothing upon this note for which I can glean. It's so exhausting, though. I may need to nap here. And because he used psychometry, he has to make a easy endurance check or take a level of fatigue. And I got a marginal success. So close. I'm so tired, my lord. May I rest in your coach?
Of course.
He takes a nap. With a smile on his face.
Yeah, I'll wander back to the other carriage and return the hammer.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
The creature you hit was a beastman.
Really?
Spawns of chaos.
I've
It
seen
was
something
Yasha.
move, and my legendary reflexes brought into play, and I launched my mighty hammer towards it, and
It was
Yes.
a fine shot. You managed to knock the beast out.
yes,
It won't be standing back up again now.
indeed. Yes, until the cowards took me from behind.
So the note said it was between the crown and hammer.
No,
At the end we were going to stay at. That's
Yeah,
where
the
they're
star
gonna
and
be.
comet.
Okay. Star and comet.
The Comet and Star.
Comet and Star.
yeah.
Yep.
So
They said they were meeting at the Comet and Star. We found a note on the beast.
well, it is serendipitous that we are heading in that same direction, is it not?
I'm assuming the coach that the priest was in is wrecked and not going anywhere?
It's actually been tipped over.
Is
The
the
wheel
is the
looks
beast still there, or as in the mule or horse? Or...
Yeah, it's just wandering around. It's not the most healthy of things anyway, by the looks of things. But yeah, it just needs basically tipping back over. The wheel doesn't look particularly broken, the one that it lies on, and the other wheel is just up in the air. Something particularly strong could have picked it up and turned it over by the looks of things.
What caused your carriage to be on its side?
I don't know. After I threw my hammer, everything went black. Black, I tell you, black.
You were knocked unconscious, brother.
Indeed.
Yes.
So, do you need help in getting your cart back on its wheels?
If you would, and then I'm going to pray for a way of finding the comet again.
Perhaps you should journey with us to this inn. We may find it there.
Mine is a lonely road.
Yes, brother, but that's where your comet is likely to be. Perhaps on this one occasion, Sigmar brought us together to travel together for this short while.
Okay. Yes. Good. I know. We can travel together. Yes. I could do with some proper rest at an inn.
But first, we must right your carriage. I mean, how heavy does this carriage look like? Can we team up and lift it, or?
Yeah, but between you, definitely. Oh, hold on a second.
I shall cast Blessing of Might on myself. Sigmar, grant me your strength. It gives me an additional 10 strength, so I'm now strength 48.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay, I want you to roll have we got an easy roll?
Yeah, we can roll easy.
Easy.
Yeah. So because you not only do you feel your blessing, but you feel a little bit more strength run through you as though that you were meant to turn this cart right.
Yeah, okay. I'll be helping. I mean, very much assisting here.
Is that just a straight strength roll?
Yes, please.
Easy, yeah?
Yes, please.
Got a modifier of 10. There you go.
Oh, nice.
You move round, Roger, to help him, but already he has lifted it and it pushes it back on. What do you do while you're riding the coach? Explain to me your mannerism,
So he kind of like you do, you give it a little stretch, and then he kind of like, Sigmar, grant me your strength, and he like hoists it up, and as he goes up, you can see like his biceps are bulging, but all of a sudden it's like the glow comes to his muscles as well, and he kind of just starts struggling to begin with, but then just lifts effortlessly for the rest of the way, but almost pushes it too far the other direction, and I kind of have to grab the wheel as it's about to go over the other way and like pull it back down. Sigmar grants his strength.
Praise be.
All of you feel a little comfort from this. So for that 15 seconds, you just feel safe in this cruel world. And then it passes.
That was fun. Onward.
Yes.
You have mighty strength, brother.
Thank you, brother. And you have a mighty aim. Now, if you just excuse me, I just have to go burn something, and we'll go grab some pitch from our traveling items, some oil that's specially made up to be a bit like Greek fire. And he's going to pour it on the beastman's body and set fire to it.
Okay.
We got to burn chaos where we find chaos.
Yeah, I'll get the flaming brand.
Okay.
Little ritual going on.
Okay, you eventually get it burning, and it soon warms and then heats, and then a rush of flames comes to it. And this creature of chaos burns and burns.
Excellent. The only good chaos creature is a burnt chaos creature in my mind. Well, I suppose we ought to make our way to this inn and find this Amos Gunn, I believe his name was. I guess we'll probably all just load back up into the carriage.
You back to the carriage. You see Giacomo's taking his boots off. His feet don't smell the best, but they're not terrible. He's got this tricorn hat down over his face, and he's softly snoring.
In fairness, like Dietrich spent a lot of time on battlefields with Empire soldiers. He's probably smelt far worse.
Okay.
So I think Dietrich will sit down purposely next to Giacomo with his big heavy armor to make the carriage kind of rock him around a bit.
Giacomo just kind of rolls over a little and puts one arm around Dietrich's waist, snuggles down against the armor, and snores a little bit louder.
Owen will just casually pick up the note, put it neatly in his pocket.
Cool.
And then he's going to turn to his brother Lorenzo and go, I hope you didn't muddy your boots up there, brother.
No, quite all right.
Good. Couldn't have that dignifying shiny boot all muddy now, could we?
You really always were a bit of a show-off.
How? Well, the only way I can compete with my older brothers.
I shall climb back onto the carriage and sit next to Giacomo. And I'm gonna use my second sight on his brain.
You're not going to see much.
I'm looking for magical wind coming from his head.
It's just a big, massive, swirling energy.
It's a dark, sad place.
I'm probably a little bit intrigued by him being able to see the threads of fate and weave that Moray Heg creates. So I should imagine on any occasion I get when he's doing his scrying, I shall be looking over his shoulder. In a nice way.
As you're fawning over Giacomo, or staring at him longingly with your second sight, Father Tigel gets his cart going with his mule, come donkey, come horse, and you both set off. Traveling for about another hour, and you see the lights of what is obviously the Comet and Star. A rather large inn, in fact, it's one of the biggest that you've seen as you get close. And it has a wall around it. It has a large gate that is manned by guards. Not like, when I say guards, they don't like come with uniform. They just look like a couple of mercenaries. They could be family of the people that own the inn. But they look rather burly, look like they can handle themselves. And as you get close, they open the gate. And you travel through what is like a small courtyard with the inn area to your right, and you're led straight through into a large stable area.
Giacomo wakes up. Oh, my lords, thank you for allowing me to nap for so long. Is there something? Are we here? Is there something that I can do for my lords?
Put your boots back on.
Oh, of course. I apologize. Of course, I apologize.
I think there's some gong needs scraping from round the back of the tavern.
Oh, you joke with me. That is, you, Sir Elf, are so I still not understand your humor too much, but I will try. I will try to get it.
You can't understand humor where it does not exist.
Yes, I'm still not understanding your humor either, my lord, but that is okay. Giacomo is not very bright.
Sorry, I forget that elven humor is, of course, very sophisticated and
Elven humor
requires-
doesn't exist.
requires some brains.
Just shake my head and step out of the coach.
Okay, you can hear music coming from the inn area, which is obviously there's like a large double door that obviously leads to some sort of tavern area. You can see through the windows, although you can't see through them. You can see the candlelight burning through the windows, and there's lots of singing and jollity coming from the main area.
What was the name on the note again?
A gun, wasn't it?
Yeah,
A-
Amos gun, yeah, or a
Amos
gun.
gun.
Yep.
Oh, Jollity's my middle name.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess wander into the tavern.
Okay, yeah, candlelight everywhere. It's quite shadowy and dim, but there's plenty of candles everywhere. Cast lots of shadows in there. There's an halfling upon like a little stage area, and he's singing and playing his lute. And there's lots of people drinking. You look around and you recognise some of these people as minor nobles. You make me a perception roll, everybody.
Do we actually have a character that's good at perception?
Oh, great.
Hmm.
Man, I cannot roll under a 75 tonight.
Sigma blesses me.
Is it visual, Jim?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So does that mean I add some with my supervision?
No, it's just like to see if you recognise.
Oh, got no idea.
Which actually makes sense, right?
I am totally watching what the silly halfling is doing.
Yeah, he's singing a number of ditties about pies, stew, buxom
least-
chefs.
At least Lorenzo and Dietrich see what's going on.
Yeah, as you look round, I forgot to check. Lorenzo, Dietrich, you notice a young lady who sits on her own with quite a burly human bodyguard by the looks of things. Her name you recognise as Lady Amble Gellerberg, and she's obviously on the way to the wedding. She's a young single noble of the area.
Dietrich sort of leans into Lorenzo and nudges him and goes, "Your type?"
You also notice.
No, but perhaps one for our brother.
Wh-
Eldest
Ah,
brother.
Yes, I was going to say the other one, definitely not.
Right. We need to set up our eldest brother.
You also notice over in the corner, something just catches your eye, something glimmers, and it's this person's robes. They literally shimmer. And you recognize
Must
him
be a sneak worshipper.
as an high elf. It is clearly an elf. It doesn't look like a wood elf. And he is probably the most perfect being you've ever seen. There isn't a
Is his
hair
name
out of place.
Ilmarin by any chance?
Yeah. There is no hair out of place. His eyes almost draw you in, even from this distance. And he sits with a small goblet in front of him, and he is surrounded by 6 other elves who are dressed in armor. Maybe a retinue of this. This is some sort of noble / royalty of the Isles.
Your kin are here, Galen.
Oh, yes. So it is. I'm not sure they'll want to talk to me.
Is that because you are a worshipper of the dead one?
It certainly does put something in between relationships with other elves, yes.
Interesting.
It's something that they see as an unhealthy pursuit, shall we say. They don't like to attract the attention of the crone, whereas she attracted my attention, and it's slightly different, obviously, my relationship with the crone than they would understand. So, but I mean, I'm prepared to go over and speak to them if you wish me to. I'm just wondering whether it might not be the best idea. Maybe the noble gentleman, Lorenzo, may well be better placed to talk to them. He fits the bill, shall we say. And I could hover around in the background and just look mean and maybe, a bit vacant.
Oh, no. Well, first off, we probably should try and find this Mr. Gunn, shouldn't we?
Mm.
And
Yes.
Dietrich is going to make his way to the bar to speak to the barkeep.
There is a young lady behind the bar who looks like she's in charge, and that there's a young chap and another young girl who are obviously the dog's bodies, and she sort of stands back a little bit, and she's sort of helping out, but also directing the other two of what to do and who to serve and whatever.
Well, Dietrich approaches the bar, and it's very obvious what Dietrich is. Bald, got a beard, got a circlet around his head, as a classic warrior priest of Sigmar does, with markings of Sigmar, and he's wearing a big breastplate with the hammer of Sigmar on it. So he's very obvious what he is as he strolls up to the bar and rests his massive hammer on the bar. Barkeep, might I borrow your eyes for a moment?
Blessings to you, Father. We are truly honoured to have you in our inn.
Ah, thank you. Kind words, kind words. But I seek information this evening.
If I can help in any way, I'll be more than happy to.
Excellent. We are on the pursuit of someone named Amos Gunn, said to frequent this location.
What? The gun of the roads?
Indeed, the gun of the roads. I believe you clearly understand who he is.
Yes, he is the scourge of this area. Yes, many of my customers on their way here or on their way from here have had some form of encounter with him.
And yet the note we found on her body tonight suggested that he was doing a transfer of goods here.
Well, we have all sorts, and unfortunately, I can't vet everybody that comes in here.
Nor should you have to, for they are all sons and daughters of Sigmar and should be above reproach. However, on this occasion, he has stolen something sacred to Sigmar.
Okay, well, if you find out who's done it, or you find this who you're looking for, could I humbly ask you to take it outside into the courtyard?
Oh, indeed. I will do my best to avoid any damage to your establishment.
I very much appreciate that.
No
Can
problem.
I do a drink on the house?
Most certainly, my comrades over here would also like libations.
Indeed.
She
you
probably
are
immediately sees the hat of the witch hunter as well.
you are the von Gessel party, yes? You booked rooms.
That is indeed correct.
Yes. Your rooms are ready for you if you wish to go, and I'll get a fresh bowl of water taken up for you in case you want to wash down from your travels.
Thank you, but first, a libation. A drink, madam.
Yes, of course. And she tips 6 drinks. No, 5 drinks. I tipped the GM one as well. Yeah, she tips 5 drinks into these tankards and sort of pushes them over to you. Enjoy, my friend.
Why, thank you. We shall.
In fact, yes, we are. The drinks are on the house for you for your party all night.
Well, that is most gracious indeed.
We are truly honoured to have such a family, and we have many nobles in this place. But yes, your family's name goes before you in many ways.
Why, thank you. Something I did. And he picks up the tray of drinks and carries them over, but then has to return to bar to pick up his hammer. So because he can't carry both things at the same time. So he lays like the thing down. The barkeeper has no idea if Amos Gunn is here or not.
As you
Father,
turn to go back to the bar, you notice that a halfling has climbed up onto a bar stool and is handling. Well, he's trying to maneuver it around and he's inspecting your hammer.
Are you okay there, halfling?
Yeah, I was just looking at this tool. It's a big tool, isn't it?
Well, I only wield the biggest.
Indeed. You must be very strong.
I've heard that said about.
How many
me.
people are you killed with it? Did it crack heads in one go?
If I land the blow right, yes. The halflings are always inquisitive.
Well, yeah. Does the blood run off it? Does it stay clean?
Well, it often runs into. You see this lovely etching in the side here.
Artifacts in your family.
I'm sorry, I missed that last question. I was answering your last question.
Is it an artifact in your family? Has it been passed down from generation to generation, or did you just trade in Outdorf or Mindenheim, of course, or Marienburg? I've heard there's some decent blacksmiths there. Or was it given to you as a gift, a birthday gift?
Mr. Turnip, is it?
Pardon?
Mr. Turnip, is it?
Mr. Turnip?
Yes.
You think I'm Mr. Turnip?
I don't know. You tell me.
No, I'm not Mr. Turnip. Gibby Frothgump, me.
Right.
Well, in answer to your question, it was made in Altdorf, where I was ordained, and that was a gift for my.
It was made where?
In Altdorf.
What? Where?
Surely you know Altdorf.
Never heard of the place.
Oh, okay. Well, a big city. Nevertheless, where I was ordained, it was
as
gift.
Big as Outdorf.
Of course, yes. Same place. Different pronunciation. Right, anyway.
You're foreign.
No, you're foreign. I'm from the Reichland.
I'm Gibby.
Anyway, Gibby, you could be of aid to Sigmar this evening.
Oof. Yeah, well, that would be very honourable.
It would indeed. Perhaps you know of Mr. Turnip.
I know many turnips.
Okay, we're looking for a very specific turnip this evening. Does anyone remember what the father said the first of the name of the turnip was? I forgot. A halfling, rotund chap. Travels with humans.
Was it picked turnip?
Picked turnip.
Picked turnip? What, the highway halfling?
The highway halfling, yes. You know of him?
Well, He's the scourge of the roads around here.
So everyone keeps saying.
Yeah.
Yet
He
no
tra-
one can point me in the right direction.
He travels with his group of grumpy geezers. Yes.
Have you met them before?
Oh, Pick Turnip.
Yes.
Well, no, because apparently, yeah, and he looks around. Apparently, that's a false name. And no one knows his real name.
Perhaps his real name is this halfling particularly rotund?
Could be Derek or Manon or Girk or Vernon or
Is
Willem?
this halfling I'm talking to particularly rotund?
Yeah.
I mean, they're all kind of rotund. That's kind of narrows it down. Perhaps you are Pick Turnip.
Me, Pick Turnip.
Yeah.
Do I get a prize?
Hammer in hand. You might get a prize.
Well, that would be dishonourable because no, I'm not Pick Turnip. I am. Right, what's my mouth? Gibby Frothgunk.
Okay, Gibby Frothgunk. Do you know Pick Turnip's real name?
What did I just say? I said it was a secret name. If it's secret, nobody knows it, do they?
No, but I know you halfling fellows are most industrious with gathering information.
Oof. Well, I was, but I have a bit of a lapsed memory nowadays. You know, I keep forgetting my own name. But it's not Pick. It's not Pick Turnip.
Giacomo, after hearing this, comes up. He's like, "Oh my lord, introduce me to your dear new friend, this halfling."
This is Gimp.
No, Gibby.
Oh, Gibby. My name,
Mr. Aldo. Yeah, I have it.
My name is Giacomo Gibby, and he holds out his hand. He's going to take Gibby's hands in both his hands, and he's going to hold them tight, and he is going to try to scry Gibby to see if he was at the roadside taking the comet. So far, I haven't rolled under a 75, so odds are against me here. I had the same rolling luck last night, so we'll see. Nope,
That's under 75.
71. It is under 75, but it is a failure. I am going to
spend to make it.
I am going to spend a. I'm going to spend a fortune point to reroll.
Reroll? Hey!
Yes. I got a marginal success. So that means I get a vague impression of the event that I was trying to scry. So if he was there at the roadside when the cart was hit, I would probably get a vague impression that he was there.
The only impression that you get is you're looking through his eyes, and he's looking down on 5 cards, and there's 4 pictures, and there's a number on the other card.
Ah, my dear friend, so perhaps one day we will play cards together, you and I. Yes, I hear the halflings are fantastic card shops.
Oh, sharks.
No, shops, card shops, excellent with the cards. You forgive me, I'm from Tilia. My Reich spiel is not as good as say yours.
Oh, you play cards? Never.
Oh, of course, I play cards.
Never played before, but I'd be willing to play. Maybe we could.
Perhaps indeed.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we could play for a little bit of money, but you'd have to go easy on me because I've never played before.
You know, and neither have I. I think that's maybe perhaps an excellent idea. After I get my lord settled, perhaps we come back down and we play a little cards.
Okay.
So yeah. I turned back to the father and sir, if you don't mind, he is not the one we're looking for. He was apparently playing cards at the time that the comet was stolen.
Yes, but halflings tend to know other halflings.
Indeed, I was not able to glean more from this, and I tell you, I'm so tired, my lord. So tired. I gotta make my endurance check here. I forgot to do that. Oh, so tired, my lord. I must rest. I so fatigued.
Can I just say, that you're all laughing about your rolls now, but this isn't a combat, is it? So they're bound to be crap until you start fighting my NPCs.
I don't know
Yeah.
what you're talking about, Jim.
While
Yeah.
this is all going on, can I be kind of trying to listen into people's conversations, basically
Yeah,
trying to
good.
determine
Yeah.
if anyone's talking about anything that could be pertinent to our investigation?
Okay, you wander around, and the elf, the absolute perfection of a creature that is this elf. He sits silent with his drink while the other 6 elves talk to each other and express not excitement but interest in going to this human wedding. But yeah, they're talking about they've never been to a human wedding before, and they're suggesting that it would be slightly savage, uncouth, a little bit grotty, and other such words are used. You wander around. There's a group of 3 halflings who are looking over at the bar to where Dieter and Giacomo are talking to another halfling, and they are all wearing cloaks and the hoods are pulled up, but you can tell that they're looking over and they're drinking their drinks, but they're all paying close attention to the bar. And
Are any of them talking?
no, they're just all paying real sort of silent attention, staring over. And you do notice that this lady, Lady Amble, she sits there and she's laughing and joking with quite a rough-looking chap. And you hear her use the name Gerson every now and again.
I'm going to kind of sit myself down nearish the halflings without kind of making any noise and just kind of look like I'm thumbing through my notebook.
Okay, they pay you no heed. I reckon,
basically just hovering there.
we need to make a move in a minute. Definitely. It looks like it all could kick off. Yeah.
Is that Gibby talking, is it?
No. This is the halflings over by
Oh, sorry. Oh.
Roger. Yeah. What do you reckon, Dunton? I don't know. We'll see how things go. Two other men come, quite well dressed men, come over and sit at a table near you as well, Roger. They're talking about all sorts of things, weapons, dueling, the best duels they'd seen. This wedding they're going to tomorrow. Yeah.
Do the halflings have any like bags or packs or bundles with them that could be the same sort of size as, say, a coin chest or silver comet?
They don't have anything, but if they have a room, their bags could be up in the room, you think?
Okay. I'm gonna walk over to the bar and ask to have a quiet word with the bar lady in charge.
Okay. Yes, my lord, can I help you?
Is there somewhere more private we can talk?
Now, although I'm flattered, I have to say that I've got too much going on at the moment, and
That's
you know
not
it
what
takes
this
it
is
takes a lot
regarding.
of time to run. Pardon?
That's not what this is regarding.
Oh, so you don't find me attractive?
That's not why I'm here.
Okay. What can I do for you, sir?
Again, is there somewhere more private we can talk?
Are you sure this isn't a line?
That is not how the witch hunters of Sigmar operate.
Yes, yeah, we could have a word back there. Do you mind if I bring young Turk here with me?
If you wish.
Yeah. Yes, this is Turk. Turk, this is
Erwin von Gessel.
Erwin von Gessel. And you are a witch hunter.
I kind of smile as if, this should be the most obvious thing in the world given how I'm dressed. Yes.
Okay. It's an honour to have you here, sir.
Well, we all must do our duty to the Emperor and to Sigmar.
Okay, she leads you back into the kitchen through a door at the, beyond the bar. And there's big sort of pots with bubbling liquid in.
I think this is where it might all go horribly wrong, but I'm going to cast Eavesdrop on the hobbits.
Okay, go for it. Ooh, magic. Ooh, magic.
This can never possibly go wrong.
Ding, 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 ding.
And he summons a demon.
I have to say, there's
a bloodthirster in the middle of the tavern.
There is more magic being cast in this first session so far.
Yeah.
Than the whole of the last campaign almost.
Yeah.
And Mephistopheles appears in the bar.
In fact, we did have one spellcaster in the very first campaign we ran.
And
he cast this massive spell at the in the finale, and I believe he bled from every orifice, didn't he?
Did indeed.
Yeah.
He did bleed badly.
Okay. Oof.
You.
Okay.
So close.
Okay, you can hear them go, "Oof, we might have to make a move in a minute. Yeah, it could all kick off. Yeah, just hold on, boys. Hold on. We don't have to do anything yet. We've got business to do here. Yeah, let's just make sure we keep under the radar. What's a radar? Under the sun. Let's all just keep below the table. I don't reckon anybody recognised they used the word radar there. I think I got away with it.
No, we didn't. And if I can get their names, Jim, when you've dealt with the witch hunter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you hear them talking to each other. Only first names, though, obviously.
Yeah.
One is called Dunton.
Yeah.
One is called Gandon.
Yeah.
And one is called Vernon.
Vernon K.
Vernon Cake.
Yeah, Vernon Cake. Yeah. Well, when Jim said there was some heavies on the doors, I just thought of Paddy and Max straight away.
They were just chasing some dwarves away.
Yeah. Right, thanks, Jim.
No worries. Okay, so back into the kitchen. But what can I do for you, sir?
The three halflings wearing the cloaks, are they staying in these premises?
Make a perception roll.
I'm going to use
Fortune
a
point.
Fortune point.
We are rolling rocks.
Wait, how did I get in a kitchen?
There's something that smells right rotten in this kitchen. Yeah. There's something, it's just horrible. It's some sort of food, and you've never smelt anything like it in your life.
Fish and potato stew, by any chance?
No. Well, it might not be.
Okay, I'll kind of look around as I'm talking in case there's something like really wrong in here.
Oh, I can see you can smell the turnip surprise, sir.
Well, regardless, back to my question: the 3 halflings, are they staying here?
Yes, they have a room upstairs. Don't worry though, sir. I'll make sure there's a nice big bowl of turnip surprise for you. But when it's thoroughly cooked, it might smell a bit off, but the taste, there's nothing like it.
I'm sure. I wish to. Is there a key to their room?
A key? Yes, they have it.
Is there another?
No. We only have one key per room.
You don't keep another. You don't keep a spare or a master key. No, because I have, but I'm not willing to open the doors of my clients. This is the business of Sigmar, I'll say in quite a menacing tone, given I have the menacing talent.
Okay. Go for it.
Does that work? A lot.
Okay, right. Here's the key, but I'm really not happy with this. I'll come up and open the door.
That is fine.
Okay. So she leads you back through the kitchen. She's walking in front of you and she's looking down at the floor and she's shaking her head. She's obviously not happy about this. But your station has made the point, yeah. It's not how you said it. It's who said it.
I mean, that typically goes hand in hand. Most people see a witch hunter and wish they wore the brown pantaloons.
Or soon wear brown pantaloons. Okay. Vincenzo.
It's Lorenzo.
Vincenzo.
Vincenzo.
Lorenzo. Are you just in the main bar, or?
I don't know if he can hear you.
Ginzano.
I was having 2 conversations at the same time.
No problem.
What was it?
Are you just stood in the bar, or?
I think I might retire.
Okay.
It's
As
really
as
isn't
you
my
wander
scene.
over to the stairs, this rather well-dressed lady comes over to you. She goes, Lorenzo von Gessel.
Yes, my lady.
I am Lady Amble.
Yes, my lady.
It's nice to see such fine blood going to this wedding. I take it you're going to the wedding.
I am indeed, and you took the words right out of my mouth.
Ah, good. Well, I see. You're on the way, maybe to retiring. Maybe we could catch up in the morning, and chat about. Have you brought your beloved with you?
I do not have a beloved at this time,
my
lady.
Okay. Yes, maybe we. Yeah, I mean, we could discuss maybe meeting up at the wedding and having a couple of drinks and the like.
Certainly, my lady, it would be my honour.
Ah, indeed. I bid you a fair night.
Good night.
Yes, indeed. And she moves back over to her table.
How close was Dietrich to this conversation?
Yeah, you're. Yeah.
as my brother says farewell, fair night, and start to walk away, I kind of make my shuffle my way over and went, "You've just missed out on an opportunity, brother."
She's not my type.
Oh God!
And then he goes to bed.
So, as you're heading up the stairs, you notice that Erwin is in front of you, going up the stairs with quite a buxom lady who has a key in her hand. And your room is on the first floor. They go up another flight of stairs.
I'll have the servants run me a bath.
Okay.
Prepare to adjourn for the night. I have some reading to do and some diary recording.
Your bath will be ready for you, sir, when you want it. We took the liberty of booking another room and having it as your bathroom.
Okay then.
So although you have to come out into the hall and go to the next room along, my lord, but yeah, it can be used more properly as a bathing room and to make you look respectable.
Okay. Well, thank you.
Okay.
Not my
And they
bedroom
lead you to
that's seconded, is it?
Say again?
It's not my bedroom that they've seconded, is it?
Yeah. There's an elf sat in the corner whinging about his fucking bed being a bath. Yeah. It brings an whole new to the word water bed. Yeah. She leads you up the stairs and along the hallway, and she says, so yes, this is they're all staying together. And she opens it up.
Okay.
She moves over to the table and she lights a candle, and the room sort of dimly lights up.
Is there anything in the room? Do they have packs?
Yeah, there's packs.
I'm going to start carefully looking around and.
Okay. You open one pack up and a couple of apples fall out of it. It's literally filled with apples, and another one is filled with cheeses and breads, and every bag is filled with some form of food.
Is there anything else in the room?
Just bedding, really, bedrolls.
Anything under like mattresses, pillows?
Okay, you lift it up. Yeah, there's a little pouch underneath the mattress.
I'm assuming not big enough to hold the quantities that would have been stolen.
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm just going to leave it where it was.
Okay.
Any kind of can I kind of feel around, see if there's any hidden compartments or anything, like loose floorboards, that kind of thing?
Make me a perception roll.
Gonna fortune that.
Nice.
4 success levels.
You move the table out, and where it's like got sort of a base rather than legs. It's like a single stem in the middle of it with like a big round base. And as you move it out, there's a sort of quite a large sort of wallet come pouch thing underneath there.
Okay, can I look inside it?
Okay, so you open it up, and there's some coins in there in one side, and on the other is a rather lewd drawing of a rather buxom halfling that isn't wearing many clothes, and underneath is written "My Mary."
Does the writing correlate with the writing on the note? I've got the note on me. I can compare them.
It doesn't appear to,
Okay. Again, the coins in the
but it
thing.
could be.
Okay. The coins in there, I'm guessing, not in the quantity I would expect from the chest.
There's probably about 3 gold crowns there, which is quite a lot of money for a group of halflings to have. But yeah,
But I'd imagine in the chest there would be quite a lot.
I'm really not comfortable, sir, with you going through people's belongings. For all I know, you might be a ne'er-do-well.
I will just give it a look of say that again, and you're having problems.
I'm not saying you are, sir. I just said you could be.
I am not. I am Owen von Gessel, witch hunter of the Order of Sigmar.
Okay.
Again, I'm not taking it anything. If it doesn't look to me like it would be what was in the chest, I'll put everything back where I found it. I'm assuming that I didn't see anything else as I was looking around the room.
No, not really. No. With that roll, you'd have found everything. You'd have found fresh air.
Okay, yeah, I'll put everything back where I found it.
Okay.
And leave the room.
Excuse me. What's going on here? And there's one of the halflings you recognise from the table. What's going on here? I'm sorry, sir, but the gentleman wished to have a look in your room. But who's he to have a look in my room?
I've been searching the premises looking for someone. They are clearly not here, and I will walk out of the room.
Hold on a minute. Well, before you go anywhere, I'm not having this. I'm calling the road wardens when they come by. Yeah, let's see what the road wardens have to say. Yeah, we'll see how big your hat is then. Oof.
Feel free.
I had a lot of gold in that room. None better be missing.
I can assure you none is.
Somehow I don't believe you.
I do not care what you believe. It is irrelevant.
The cheek of it. You don't care about robbing me? You humans are all alike.
I do not have time for this, and I walk off.
No, but you have time to rob my room. Wrongin', yeah.
If I was going to rob you, I would have.
And he disappears into the room.
Yeah, I kind of walk back down towards the bar.
Okay. Are you done with me now, sir?
Yes, thank you.
If you have any more trouble with the halfling, could I humbly ask you to take it outside, please?
I will consider it.
Thank you. Then she goes back behind the bar.
Oh yeah, I'll just walk back towards where everyone else is.
So
Giacomo's sitting at the table. He's pulled out his bag of finger bones and he's carving scrimshaw into one of the human finger bones he has. Oh, my Lord Templar. Was your search a profitable one?
Search? What have you doing?
Yeah, he went upstairs, I assume. He came back downstairs. I mean, it's your brother. He's a witch hunter. Of course he's going to go search something. It's what he does.
Yeah, that's why he's a witch hunter and I'm a priest of Sigmar, because he was always the nosy brother.
I mean, let us be fair. If it was not the nosy one, I would still be in Tilia, yeah?
Did he burn all your toys?
Yes,
only if they somehow gained an extra arm. I believe the 3 halflings that were sat and are kind of indicate with my eyes without turning around. I believe they're up to something. I'm not sure what. I've searched their room. They do have rather a sizable amount of gold in there.
You
3
notice
gold.
you notice said halfling comes down the stairs, and he looks around the room, and he catches your eye, and then he sort of nods in your direction, and he goes and sits down with his friends,
I'm going
who
to
now have the other halfling who Dieter was talking to at the bar there as well.
Dietrich's going to go pull up a stool at their table.
Is that Gimpy or Gibby or whatever?
Gibby.
Gimpy.
Gimpy.
It's Gibby. Gibby.
Gimpy.
Gimpy,
Gibby
I say.
Frothgunk.
Ah, Gibby, might I join you?
You came in with that ne'er-do-well over there, that Rongan over there, didn't you?
And I rest my large hammer on the table, and I sit down. That I did. That Rongan happens to be my brother, but also
Oh.
happens to be a witch finder of the Silver Hammer. Even you halflings must know of them.
But we do indeed. But he was
Indeed.
in our room going through our things.
Yes, he had suspicions that you were up to no good this evening.
How very dare you? Everybody knows that the halflings do not accept the taint of the dark ones.
Oh no, we never suggested you were involved in the dark ones. Are you involved in the dark ones?
No, absolutely not.
No. You see, I go back to my original question.
Are you a robber as well?
No.
Do you burgle things?
Not that I'm aware of.
Or what is your brother then?
Please don't interrupt me again. So, I'm looking for Mr. Turnip. And
But
Mr.
why
Turnip...
was he robbing our room?
Oh, halflings. They are trying at times, aren't they?
I mean,
No one
he was
has
going through things. It was definitely wrong. I mean, only robbers do that. Maybe burglars as well. Or thieves in the night, yeah?
Perhaps you would tell me how you have acquired such wealth.
What do you mean, such wealth?
My brother seems to think you have a large stash of gold on you. And this evening, a
Begging your pardon.
a shrine of Sigmar has been robbed this evening.
Oh, so first of all, we worship the Dark Ones, and now we rob shrines of Sigmar, do we?
Potentially, that's what I'm trying to find out.
I notice you're not questioning any other humans in the room, or any elves,
I'll
straight over to the halflings,
Well, the one of the main suspects in the case is a halfling by the name of Picked Turnip. There are four halflings here now at this table. I know, Gimpy, you're not one of them.
Gibby.
Sorry, Gibby, my apologies. I know you're not Picked Turnip, but I don't know about these three here.
I don't call you Brother Bold Bumps, do I? Yeah.
That would be accurate, though, wouldn't it? For I have no hair upon my head.
Yeah. Gibby.
Gibby. I guess I could spell Gibby. So, Gibby, please introduce me to your friends here with their real names, not their pretend names.
Can I wander over at this point and say yes?
Absolutely.
Dunton, Gandon, and Vernon, brother.
Who are you?
Very much.
I'm your friend, Gimpy.
Right, I'm not having none of this, right? Right, you come over here, you insult me, yeah. You threaten me with an hammer, yeah. Now you've come over here, you threaten me with your brother. Your brother goes through our things, and robs us, yeah. There's only half the gold that we had in there before he went in there, yeah. Then you accuse us of having a big gold stash after you took it, yeah. And now, yeah, you're insulting me again by misspelling my name, yeah.
We will speak plainly. We are searching for a halfling called Pick Turnip. You four are the only halflings in this building at this current moment in time. He is supposed to be meeting with his accomplice, Amos Gunn.
Whoa. Who said Pick Turnip was an halfling?
A priest of Sigmar, who saw him with his own eyes.
Well, I'm not happy. Yeah, it could be a short human.
Not at 3 foot tall, Gimpy?
Well, I've seen humans at 3 foot tall.
When they are children, yes.
Call me Gimpy again, I dare you.
That won't be very difficult, Gimpy, will it?
Okay. We'll see. Come on, lads, it's time to retire. And they get up from the table and go upstairs.
The hammer clicks on the table really heavily. Sit back down, please. I haven't finished my discussion with you.
They carry on walking.
Right, that's it. You don't walk away from the hammer of Sigma.
Yeah, clear off, Brother Bold Bonts. Yeah, we're going to bed. Yeah, we've had enough. We didn't steal no Sigma money. We didn't rob a shrine. And we certainly don't worship the Dark Ones. And they carry on walking.
You won't stay and profess your innocence.
Can I roll an intuition test to see whether or not I believe what they're saying as they storm off?
Absolutely.
This will be probably horrible based on what I've been rolling thus far tonight. So let's give it a roll.
Is the time.
Can we all have a roll on that one?
That was the time. Oh, 16 and 50, a +4. +4 success levels.
They seem particularly insulted. Yeah, they're upset about something, but they don't look guilty. They are particularly upset, as if they've been massively insulted.
At that, Giacomo doesn't really care if they've been insulted. He hasn't talked to any of them yet, so he kind of just leans back in his chair and continues carving on the finger bones and watches the priest of Sigmar prepare to flatten some innocent halflings. He's chuckling under his breath and talking to Ogwald. This is going to be fun, my friend. I mean, you're not my friend, my dearest enemy, but watch what this priest of Sigmar does to these 4 halflings.
No, Dietrich is a pragmatic man. He doesn't kill people without evidence, but he's trying to gain evidence at this moment in time. Yeah.
Well, rattling their cage didn't work, did it?
No, it did not. Halflings are a stubborn bunch. They're almost as bad
you're
as
whittling
dwarves.
your bones, Aaron, one of the elves has walked over to you. My lord would like a word.
But of course, it'd be my pleasure. My Elvish is very poor yet. I'm learning from my dear friend Galen. But if you're going to speak in,
it's okay. We are quite well versed in your backward language.
Oh, thank you, my lord. Of course, we're quite backwards. Please, by all means, take me to your master.
He leads you over to a table. They sit either side of the table, and you're at one end. And this thing of beauty is opposite you.
Giacomo bows very lowly. Has anyone told you, my lord, that you are perhaps the most perfect, most beautiful specimen in the entire world?
Yes, they have. It's quite well known that I am absolutely perfect every way.
You are indeed, my lord.
Yes. I am Lord Charisma. And your name is?
Sir, you may call me Giacomo. I am Giacomo Stragon.
Giacomo. Very pleased. Why are you whittling fingers?
Wait, you see, I was at sea for many years, and I would make a scrimshaw to pass the time. And unfortunately, I had no whale bones or great teeth to carve into these.
What is a scrimshaw?
It is this. He pulls out a piece of scrimshaw. He's like, any bone or tooth that you have, you carve designs into it, pictures and things, memories, so you can carry them with you always.
Yes, I believe that my ancestors used to do things like this. Very, very primitive.
Oh, indeed. I am but a lowly, pathetic servant, sir.
Yes, I don't doubt that.
Yes, indeed, a peasant beneath your notice.
Tell me, are you going to the Bogenburg wedding?
Ah, sir, I am accompanying my lord, the 3 brother Gressels, von Gessels. Indeed, I am a humble servant to my lord.
Yes, me and my retinue are going to it as well.
Well, then you shall outshine the groom and the bride without a doubt.
Indeed, you know, we high house, we radiate greatness.
Indeed, they do. In fact, my dear friend, Galen, have you spoke with Galen? Galen, your cousin, your friend, your other high elves are here.
Oh, marvellous. I'll whisper under my breath as I walk over.
I have never seen him converse with his own kind before. It's a great opportunity for you all to come together.
Galen, it is a pleasure to meet you, friend.
Greetings,
Your name,
my lord. And
Galen. It means
Yes,
the joyful.
He's one of your priests of the crown, a priest of the crown, for Lord's sakes. A great
Indeed.
holy man of your people.
yes,
Your name
Galen
goes
does mean
before
the
you,
joyful
joyful.
one. Yes.
Yeah.
Some may call me the Reverend Jolly.
Indeed. So why do you travel with these humans? Sorry, I am the Lord Charisma.
I like to offer my services
Indeed,
as an
yes,
advisor.
that's okay. Of course, you could join me, and I'd be happy to have your services.
Would you really?
Yes.
Yes. You do realize that I'm a crone herald, don't you?
How exciting! Yes, truly. Yes, absolutely. I'm a traveller of the old world. Yes, they may be backward and very primitive, but I get great enjoyment by seeing them day to day. Yes.
Yes, it's like a great chaos, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, in many ways.
Someone said
Indeed.
chaos.
Thank God the priest of Sigmar is nowhere near us.
The Lord Galen here, he is here forever telling me how great it is to see me muck and toil in the dirt and mud and rain.
What did he say?
That it is such a great pleasure for him to see me muck about and toil in the mud and the rain.
You muck around in the mud and the rain.
Unfortunately, from time to time, Lord Charisma, I am forced, the brothers, they have a certain lifestyle that they must maintain, and I am but a lowly peasant. So when the mucking around in the rain and the mud comes up, it is usually I, Giacomo, who is required to do the mucking.
I believe it's a strange human custom for mud wrestling.
What?
I don't know.
Squatting in the mud?
Yes, some form of entertainment, I believe.
No, Galen, my lord. No, yes, yeah, indeed. I wrestle in the mud from time to time. Yeah, if it's required and there's an appropriate person to wrestle in the mud.
You are a bog squatter. And you are primitive at that. And you whittle bones.
I do whittle bones, yes, that is true. But the mud squatting, I believe, perhaps my dear Lord Lorenzo, perhaps might. I do not know. I mean, I have not seen him do this.
Joyful one, your servant. He hurts my head now. Could you make him go away?
Forgive me, my lord. I am but the humble. I back away. And to you again, I say,
my head. My head. It hurts.
So, would you like to purchase some scrimshaw? If you do, I will happily walk away for just perhaps a gold crown.
Will you just shut
up? For this beautiful piece.
Yes. You keep going on.
Look at how gorgeous this finger bone is. Do you see the intricate carvings on it?
My head. I think
I tell you what.
One of those.
You put the gold crown on your table there. I will put the scrimshaw on the table. I will take the gold crown and I will walk away.
Can you tell this man to move? My head hurts. And one of the elves stands up and moves over to you. My Lord Charisma would wish you to leave.
Of course, my lord. I forgive me for overstaying my welcome. I must say too. Also,
my head. My head, la la la, my head.
My lord, it is customary.
Giacomo backs away. He's laughing on the inside.
I will try and say an Eltharin to him. My lord, it is customary in these areas to pay the Gypsy Rose Lee a golden coin for their services. So maybe you should pay the man and not get the curse that might follow if you don't pay him.
You've been living with these fools for far too long. We are the older folk. Their silly curses don't hurt us. I will not be cursed by a human.
I'm just relating the local colour.
Oh, you're telling me that if I don't give in across his palm with gold,
Gold,
he would be
yes.
aggressive towards me and show me anger.
There may be some curse along the way, yes.
Maybe we should strike first.
Giacomo's like, no curse over here, my lord. I was just offering fair trade.
You wouldn't understand her talking in Elvish.
Well, I'm picking up a little bit of it because I am a linguist.
You have got.
I've got linguistics,
bit,
and I've been traveling with Galen long enough. So
yeah, I know you got a bit. So I will.
Sorry, I didn't realize you were talking an Elven, didn't we?
But I would pick it up and I would butcher it in response.
I don't care how these people act. Yeah, I will not be cursed by the humans.
So, my lord, what brings you to the wedding? How did you get an invite?
Well, of course, everybody wants.
I'll go back to Reichspiel now, Jim.
Okay.
So other people can hear.
Yes, we was invited by the Lord, whose daughter is getting married. Everybody wants Lord Charisma there. I am such a crowd pleaser.
Well, you are a very beautiful creature, my lord.
That is indeed the truth.
Well, may the fates be kind. If you
Indeed.
don't mind, I shall go and find my drink.
Yes.
And I'll bow, backing off to him in the elven way.
May your feet be swift. Joyful.
Sword sharp. And your ears pointy. I won't say that, by the way.
Everybody make me a perception check.
I assume not me.
Man, I cannot.
No, sorry, Tom.
Unless you're looking from your bath.
I imagine he's got the Geralt of Rivia pose. His legs are up on the edge of the bath. He's just like,
You could have bored a hole in the floor, so and be looking through the hole into the bar if you wouldn't know. Anyway, yes. So
thankfully, Galen passed with +5 success levels.
Nice.
So Galen, as you move back over to this table where the Halflings were, you notice these two humans that are sitting opposite each other at a table, and they have quite a large bag with something very shiny inside of it, possibly gold.
I'm going to try and attract the attention of Erwin, isn't it? The witch sniffer. Sorry, witch hunter.
Only I could
sorry,
just,
Blackadder coming in there.
There they are.
So I'll try and attract his attention if I can without attracting anyone else's, which, just wait for him to sort of look round, basically. And I'll sort of do I try and do something that just points to the bag, without revealing to anyone. That's what we want, a bit of a sort of sleight of hand kind of role, I guess.
Oi, you skinny runt, can we help you?
I'm sorry, were you speaking to me?
Yes. You skinny bag of bones.
Yes, that's me indeed. No,
can you leave us in peace, please? We have business to discuss.
Perfectly happy here, but I will move on if you want me to.
Indeed, move on.
Yes, and I will move on towards Erwin.
Yeah, I'll kind of moved somewhere in the general area to try and get an eavesdropping without looking like I'm paying attention.
And I'll sort of walk past Erwin towards the priest of Sigmar, and while I'm going past Erwin, I'll say there is something of interest in that bag next to those two gentlemen, and I will, as I walk past, basically. and then I'll sit down next to our resident priest of Sigmar.
Are you telling the priest of Sigmar?
Yeah, I should say there may be something in that bag, but it might be better to let your brother investigate first. You know, he does, and I'll look a bit sheepish and go, he is a little bit more subtle.
Yes, he
you
always
know.
was the more subtle brother.
Yeah. And then I'll put my hood up and look even more sheepish, wondering whether I've insulted him or not.
And no, you don't know if it's for you or for them, but the hammer is now gripped in two hands under the table. He looks ready to use the hammer.
I'll slink even further into my hood then, if it's possible.
So as you move close to sort of eavesdrop, Roger, you can hear voices. You reckon this is going to be enough? You don't reckon they're going to take the piss, do you? Nah, we've done business with them before. Well, when he gets here, yeah, let's get it done and get going quick. There's too many not rights in here.
Yeah, I'm just going to kind of sit there looking like I'm drinking and just try and listen. I'm trying to hear anything that would very kind of really give away that they are who we think they could be.
Okay, the door flies open and nobody comes in for about 10 seconds. And then through the door comes a crumpled up, very small halfling dragging his leg with a walking crutch helping him. He seems lame in one leg, and he sort of dragged himself over to the bar. Nancy, can you get old Dick Turkey here a drink? Of course, Dick. Yes. The normal? Yes, one of those large flagons of ale. He sort of pulls himself up onto a stool. Yeah.
Did we hear that, Jim?
What's that?
When he came in and called his name?
Yeah, he's quite loud.
Yeah.
And he pulls himself up onto the stool. But you notice as he gets up onto the stool, maybe a perception check, everybody.
See if I can get one roll tonight before we stop. I got a marginal success on the dot.
Right on the dot.
Okay, so Galen.
Yeah.
Galen and Giacomo. Yes. You notice as he climbs up onto the stool, this leg that he's been dragging, he sort of uses it to get up onto the stool. And then he sort of realizes and stops using it again and makes a loud, oh, my poor leg.
My lords, I am here to say that I believe the halfling is perhaps not actually injured in his leg.
Might not be all what he seems. Well, I was just going to suggest that Pick Turnip might have been a misheard name for Dick Turkey. There is a similarity between them.
Perhaps I should go ask the question.
Yeah, maybe subtlety isn't needed this time. Maybe it's right. Might is what we need, I think. I think you're right.
Roger,
go for it.
Understood. And walk up to the bar, sit on a stool next to him. Perhaps I could buy your ale, old timer.
Yeah, that'd be good, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. Wild weather out there tonight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Been out on the road much?
And he pulls from beneath his cloak a tri-pointed hat. And he sticks it on his head.
A fine hat. A fine
Indeed.
hat.
Yes.
Keeps you dry on the nights when you're on the road, right?
Say again.
Keeps your head dry on the nights
Yeah,
on the road.
as he's put it on as well, there's a bit of a flap that comes down, but he sort of shoves it back up into his hat again.
Giacomo will come up on the other side while the halfling is being distracted by our warrior priest of Sigmar. And he's just going to sit down, but all he's going to do is reach down and touch the crutch and try to glean some information about
Whoa,
this
sweet
happening.
child of mine there, yeah? You're going to touch his crutch?
No, not his crotch, Jim.
All right.
Not his crotch, his crutch.
I'm keeping him distracted with general conversation. So do you find yourself traveling on the roads all the time, often?
Yeah, I am very well versed on the roads.
That must be difficult with your affliction, though.
Yes, well, I travel by cart.
By cart?
Yes.
Jesus. Okay, I've rolled like 12 times today, and I've only rolled once under 50. I fail absolutely to get any indication of anything that's been going on with this.
Remember, you could have used a success level used a fortune point to add a success level to your first one.
Rather than re-rolling.
Because then you would have passed.
You would have passed.
True. That's true. Well, that's what That's what we get for being a little rusty.
So tell me, sorry, what was your name again, sir?
Excuse me, what are you doing to my crutch? Oh, I've got the wrong accent.
You've got to the elf.
Charisma. I've gone back into my elven charisma. Excuse me, what are you doing with my crutch?
Oh, forgive me, sir. I was just looking at the amazing craftsmanship of your crutch. I think to myself, Giacomo, if you are ever going to go into the business of making crutches, this would be what you would have to do. It's amazing. Look at this, and it supported you as you come through in the rain and the mud. Who is the craftsman who did this? Who is the craftsman who did this?
I did it myself.
Oh, sir, you must be a man of great skill. Are you a carpenter?
Yes, I am a skilled carpenter and a scout of the roads.
Do you have a shop nearby because I would love to perhaps have an opportunity to discuss this with you and learn maybe from your skills.
Giacomo sees the priest of Sigmar leaning around
forgive me, sir. Forgive me. I will make myself scarce. We will talk again later, my halfling friend. And Giacomo, being very tired now, just kind of slinks back to the table. He's like, I am no good today. I am just a total piece of shit today. I just go back to carving my scrimshaw.
To the humans that I'm eavesdropping, do they pay any attention to this halfling that's walked in?
So, yeah, they're looking across.
So, sorry, yeah. Halfling, what was your name again? Apologies, I missed it as you walked in.
Dick Turkey.
Dick Turkey. That's interesting. It sounds a lot like picked turnip.
What, the highway halfling? No, the scourge of the roads. Yeah.
It's interesting because I believe
you don't want to
that's
be
what
messing around with him. He's
no, I hear he's quite dangerous.
Yes, dangerous halfling.
Yeah, yes. You see, it's odd to me because when you came in, you had an affliction in your leg, and yet when you made your way onto this stool, you had no affliction in your leg. So tell me, and tell me.
I heard it as I got up here.
I mean,
did you not hear me cry out in pain?
I heard a very non-believable one. So this is what we're going to do, picked turnip. Is you're going to be honest with me and tell me where the item is that you have stolen, or your comrades have stolen, or your compatriots, or whatever you wish to refer to them as have stolen, because it is from an altar of Sigmar, and to be dealing in such things is really to welcome death.
So Dick leans forward onto the bar, puts both hands onto the bar. Now listen here, this is how it's going to be. Yeah, you see, priest boy. Yeah, before you act, just know that we've got your sister and your mother outside, yeah? And we're going to slit them from gizzard to crotch, yeah? Or is that the right one? Yeah, we're going to slash the necks anyway. We're going to cut them into pieces, yeah?
Quick confab with the Gurta. We have a sister and a mother. I didn't think we did anymore.
Your wife out there as well, yeah? We're really going to go to work on it if you make a... Now, I suggest you just move back, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, and leave me alone.
Oh,
yeah?
Yes, you're absolutely right. I would be utterly terrified if, one, I wasn't a priest of Sigma and therefore could be married. Two, I had a sister, which I don't. And three, my mother is remarried into another family and is nowhere near these lands. So your leverage, which you believe you have, does not exist. And now I'm going to crush your skull with my hammer.
And we shall leave it there. Okay.
So good to be back.
Thank you very much, everybody, for watching along. I believe we've got like a little group of nerd wells watching. Thank you to Catherine and Harley and Shy Deezy. Yeah.
Ashley. Yep.
Aaron Upchurch, whoever
he's a
is.
bastard.
Yeah.
Trust him.
But yeah,
sounds
thank
dodgy.
you all for watching. It's good to
Super
be back.
dodgy.
great to
Thank
be
you
back.
to my players.
Thank you, Jim.
Yeah, we look forward to getting it on again next week, where Aaron will be examining more crutches and the priest will be smashing more heads. So thank you very much for joining us. See you next week.